Good morning, everyone. It's I don't know, like almost 6, I think. Um, yeah, my body. So I got off at 11 last night. I went to bed around 1:25 or something like that. So I had a few hours sleep. My body automatically wakes up. My pillow wakes up at like 4:30. So anyway, um, last night at work was interesting. I met some strangers, and I always give a disclaimer to them if I see. So I don't see dead people. That is reserved for other people in my family. Um, I might have to make a couple of videos, but anyway, because my time is kind of running out. But oh, my eyes look weird. I'm using a ring light or an O light, whatever the fuck it's called. Anyway, um, so I get yeah. So I don't see dead people. I just know that they're there, and it's just cheesy for me to come out and say this, but I know when there is someone around someone else. It's almost like I see or I hear them telepathically, and I see them telepathically, if that makes sense. Like I can see them in my mind, but I don't see them. Like I've only seen one ghost that of a little blonde boy in a submarine from World War II. Um, he was as real as you and I. Like he was solid. Um, it's the only time I've seen anything like that. Usually, it's like I said, it's telepathically is where when I see and hear stuff. So my video is about to run out. So yeah, I'll make another one. All right. Bye. Okay, I'm back. So since I was so tired, um, last night I did not remove my makeup at all. This is what I wore to work. My face is fucking filthy. I fell asleep. You're not supposed to fall asleep with your makeup on, whatever. I did. So excuse the like tired eyes and 80s pink eyeshadow. So anyway, I met a stranger, and I told him, I was like, hey, he overheard me trying to read someone else. I was trying to be as quiet as I could, but your girl loud. And the guy I was trying to read, it was weird because he came in and I told him something came up to where we were talking about the supernatural or something like that, just to kind of pass the time as I was working with him. And he just had this look about him. It wasn't creepy, wasn't like icky or anything like that. He was just a dude, but he had this look about him. Older dude. And anyway, I said something like, oh, well, I'm paraphrasing because I forget what I said. Like, oh yeah, I can read people. I can see people who are no longer here in my mind, and I can look at a person, read their energy, know where they're from, what they're going through, and all that stuff. So I'm gonna have to make like 3 videos or 4 videos. So yeah, anyway, time's a ticking. So he looked at me like dead in my dead eyes, because I feel like my eyes are like dead looking. Ugh. Anyway, he's like, okay, so what's going on with me? And I didn't get shit right. But I didn't feel embarrassed, but I felt, no, not tricked. Something was guarding him from other intuitives from reading him. That's what it felt like. It felt like this mental block. Okay, so I want to stop this and do the video. Okay, video trace. And he just kept looking at me, kind of giving me a side smile. And I was like, I'm not getting anything. You are this dark mass, but not like dark masses that I see around people who are not good people. But like, he had this like not panic room, but like I guess a safe room type of protection aura over him from people like me getting in his head, and it makes me wonder, what is he hiding? But anyway, so I was like, you're like me, aren't you? And he just smiled. I was like, do you see people? And he goes, I see them every once in a while, but I'm very good about turning on and off my abilities. And I was like, fucker. I was like, that's why I couldn't pull anything from you. I don't know if it was a spell that he did. I don't know. And he was like, yeah, I turn on and off, and I told him, it's like, yeah, I hear of other like telepathic people say that they can't turn it on and off like that. Well, that sucks, because I can, and apparently he can't. If I'm going through, say, a hard time, if I'm like, if my depression is high or my anxiety is just like off the charts or something like that, I have to turn it off. I have to turn off that noise in my head. And I mean, I could just turn it off like I can move my hand, there's really no magic thing to turn off the stuff. Sorry, I'm tired. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, so the guy that overheard us talking, he was smiling. He's like, hey, I was listening to you and that guy talking. Read me. And I hate it when people say that usually. Like, oh, hey, circus freak. My turn. Read me. Okay, the video. So anyway, and I looked at him, and he was with his little girlfriend. This is his little girlfriend. She was short. And I looked at him, and I could see like a woman behind him. Like I said, telepathically, I knew that she was there. But I didn't say anything at first. I was like, I asked him, I was like, are you from Oklahoma? And he goes, oh no, close, Kansas. And I'm like, that doesn't help me, because I hate being wrong. Especially when it comes to this stuff, because it's a fear of mine to seem like a fraud in a way, because it is not, I would say not normal, because it is normal, because I believe that everyone has the ability to do this, but it's not as mainstream as, I don't know, shit on TikTok or something. So anyway, so I looked at him, and I kind of frowned. He's like, what? And it's like, my condolences. I know your mother just passed away maybe like 2 months ago, and I just wanted to let you know that I'm very sorry, and you have my condolences. The guy turned beet red and started crying. He looked at his, or before he looked at his girlfriend, let me back up, ADHD brain. I was like, I know that it was sudden. I know she was sick. And she didn't want to worry you or anyone else in the family about her illness. But she went pretty quick. And he was like, that is exactly right. And then he turned to his girlfriend, he was crying. And he's like, this girl, she knew about my mother, and I just can't believe, she doesn't even know me. Like, he just walked in. And, yeah. So, I've turned it off for a long time, but now I'm turning it back on. Clap on. Clap. Okay, ignore that. So, yeah, so I'm back. So, if any of you would like an intuitive reading, hold on. Okay. If any of you would like an intuitive reading, and when I say intuitive reading, that means me having the ability to see and hear people that are connected to the people that I'm reading telepathically. That's what I mean when I say intuitive. And I use your tarot cards to kind of confirm things and stuff. But, yeah, so I am going to possibly read some cards. I need to catch up on a little bit of work. Yeah, just have a great week. Mondays and Tuesdays are my days off. So, yeah, off. I'm gonna figure out what to do today. I need to go to the store. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I'm trying to be more mindful in the way I plan things. I'm trying to get my ADHD under control. I am prescribed Adderall. I don't like to take it every day. I don't even take it at work that often. I'll take it if I have a tedious project that's due, where I really need to focus. But I'm trying to be more mindful in the way I plan things instead of being so impulsive. My impulsiveness has gotten me far in life, but I really need to, I guess it's me getting older, I need to just stop being so in a rush and, embrace the old hag in me and just slow down, have fun, make friends, be more conscious of their feelings. I have not been the best friend in the past. I admit that. I take accountability for it. But instead of being a hermit, I do want to go to more art shows, art walk. Well, to some places, not all of them, the seashells and whatever. It's not my style. You know, using the cliched phrase "stop and smell the roses." That's what I'm trying to do. Just trying to be less in a hurry. And stay in constant touch with people. Just because I'm going through a depression sometimes, where I'm sleeping a lot and all that stuff, it's a whole nother video. I need to be more considerate with other people's feelings, and I've done a lot of shadow work, a lot of work on myself. Almost past 2 years. That's why I've kind of been not out in the wild. You just see me on Facebook and Instagram. But I need to go out and experience life more because, I mean, you would think after almost dying and, stuff like that, having the transplant, that I would be more alive and all that stuff. And I would like to jump out of a plane, and I would like to do like zero gravity whatever stuff, and some hardcore adrenaline stuff, because I could be an adrenaline junkie sometimes, but I have to take baby steps, and that first step is go be social, reconnect with old friends, and make new ones. Alright, so talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Excuse my face. I'm gonna go wash it and take a shower. But yeah, reconnect with old friends if they'll have me. Like I said, I've done a lot of work on myself, which I think everyone should. We all have faults that we should work on. So make more art, reconnect, like I said, with old friends if they'll have me. If not, it's fine, it's cool. And make new ones. So that post I made about, bestie wanted, it would be nice. Maybe just like one person. You know how you have a good group of people and there's like your best friend. Yeah. It's just a little old me for the most part. But I do want to say to anyone that's watching that I have ignored or pissed off or just plain been shitty to you. I don't expect you guys to rush into my DMs or text me. I don't even expect you to get a hold of me, to be honest. And I'm okay with that, but I'm sorry. And it's genuine. And hopefully that guy back there, right there, he gave you a jump scare. Alright, anyway, later. Thanks so much for watching all 1,200 of my videos.